It's so interesting because we're in the Sony saga, and I would have never pictured that we would be in the Sony animated saga right now. They really have taken over the world of animation, and I feel like 10 years ago, Pixar ruled this world, and they don't anymore. It's so interesting because Pixar just dropped their new trailer for Hoppers. And cute movie, I don't know if it's gonna hit the mark anymore because I think they did not expect this level of competitiveness. I don't think Pixar expected it. I don't think DreamWorks expected it. And granted, I still like a lot of the stuff that Pixar has done. I love Soul. I love Turning Red. I even liked Elemental, but I really don't think they thought that they were gonna have competition like this. And so I don't know what you do if you're a Pixar or DreamWorks anymore. Like, I don't know how you can compete with original movies.
Now, DreamWorks, I know, like, their main rival is going to be Disney, of course. That's how it's always been. With how things are going, I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to kind of pull away from their animated side with the success of How to Train Your Dragon live action.
Yeah.
Disney is just, I don't know, like, they're on the brink of kind of coming back after the Chapek quantity over quality era, and they have a lot of catching up to do. For the past few years, it's mainly been from Pixar and Disney, like cutesy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like not how it used to be in the early days of Pixar, where it was a really good, diverse palette. It was so refreshing each time you went to see a Pixar movie, and it was an event. Now it feels like Sony is the new Pixar, like you were saying. Like, it's at that point where almost every time Sony is releasing a new project, it's going to be an event. You know, it's been always committed to this idea of being a rebel and being this punk rock kind of animation studio that was fighting against the grain, trying some things new, being experimental, and here it's just absolutely, sheer evidence of it.
I like the point that you brought up because it kind of deals with originality versus remaking stuff. And I think that's somewhere Pixar is really struggling with that. Like, Alio's one of their lowest openings ever. That's crazy, and that was originality.
There's been this thing called like Bean Mouth that's going around with Pixar, where a lot of their animated films have been going with this style of, mouths shaped like beans.
Okay.
And it's just, they've been consistently using that kind of framework for a lot of their movies. Not all, but like a lot of their recent movies. And it just felt like they let up on the creativity of design. You look at Luca and Turning Red, and even a little bit with Soul, it's all very similar animation styles that's just like, I've seen this before. It makes you feel like you've seen this already, to the point where it feels more like a TV show, and I'll wait for it to come to streaming, rather than like an event that Pixar used to be. Nothing against those movies, by the way, but it's just, if you want to really get back to what made you great, I mean, maybe start there. Like, diversify your animation palette, and maybe your stories are there, your visual storytelling wasn't there. So it's rare to see something like that happen, but I don't know, we'll have to see how it all plays out, especially since they're coming out of that era of Chapek into Iger.
Yeah,